This is Greater Media News.
Welcome to Greater Media News. My name is Damilare Osalusi.
Welcome to Greater Media News. My name is Damilare Osalusi.
Welcome to Greater Media News. My name is Damilare Osalusi.
Welcome to Greater Media News. My name is Damilare Osalusi. Here are the top stories. The federal government has suspended the proposed review of registration fees for the 2027 West African Senior School Certificate Examination and the National Examinations Council Senior School Certificate Examination, pending wider consultations with stakeholders. Recall that the government had earlier announced the increment of WAEC fees from 27,000 naira to 50,000 naira and NECO from 30,000 naira to the same 50,000 naira. However, the ministry said the letter conveying the proposed fee adjustment had been withdrawn to allow for a comprehensive review before any final decision is taken. The Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja on Thursday vacated the judgment that nullified the timelines the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) issued for the 2027 general elections. The appellate court, in a unanimous decision by a three-member panel, upheld as meritorious and appealed the electoral body filed to challenge the judgment the Federal High Court delivered on May 20. The appellate court maintained that every deadline in the revised timetable for the 2027 general elections fell within the ambit of the Electoral Act. The Senate has passed the Federal Road Safety Cause Amendment Bill 2026, proposing a 50,000 naira fine for anyone convicted of hawking, trading, or preaching inside commercial vehicles. The bill, which is awaiting presidential assent, also prescribes a 50,000 naira fine, 6 months imprisonment, or both, for motorists who fail to cooperate with officials of the Federal Road Safety Corps during roadside breath tests conducted on reasonable suspicion. Under the proposed law, anyone found hawking, trading, or preaching inside a commercial vehicle commits an offense and upon conviction will be liable to a 50,000 naira fine. The Ondo State government, through the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, has suspended 27 secondary school students indefinitely over allegations of gross misconduct. In a statement issued by the press officer of the ministry, BC Lawani, the permanent secretary, Dr. Akindele Ige, personally visited the affected schools to enforce the suspensions. According to Lawani, the permanent secretary revealed that the disciplinary action came despite repeated warnings and consultations with principals and other stakeholders aimed at curbing indiscipline in schools. The administration of United States President Donald Trump has finalized a new rule limiting foreign students and exchange visitors to a maximum stay of 4 years in the country unless they obtain an extension from the federal government. According to the Washington Post, the Department of Homeland Security acknowledged concerns that some students could struggle to complete their academic programs within the new time frame, noting that many bachelor's degrees take more than 4 years to complete, while doctoral programs typically take even longer. The policy was, however, criticized by NAFSA, Association of International Educators, which described the move as unnecessary and warned it will create uncertainty for international students. Sony has said that it will stop releasing new video games for the PlayStation on disc in January 2028, following a shift in consumer preferences. In practice, that means gamers will have to download directly from Sony's PlayStation Store or will obtain a download code when purchasing a title from a retailer. Sony began its move towards digital downloads in 2020 with the release of the latest console, PlayStation 5, that had a version without a disc drive. Now on sports. Spain have been crowned champions of the 2026 FIFA World Cup after defeating Argentina in a captivating final, lifting football's most coveted trophy for the second time in the nation's history. It was an eventful life after school program last weekend. Our correspondent was present at the event.
Instruction ends in the classroom, but education ends with life. Welcome to the 2026 Life After School program. My name is Lois Olaomi. Let's go on a super ride. It was yet another eventful occasion at this year's edition of Life After School program held at Greater Tomorrow International College, Arigidi Akoko, Ondo State. The event began with an opening remark by the convener and CEO of Greater Tomorrow Group of Schools, Chief Mrs. Mojisola Lawal. She tagged the event "Rising Above the Noise" and charged all students present to seek valid purpose before making life choices.
Step out of the familiar environment of this school and into the world filled with exciting opportunities, new experience, and important decisions. While you have been equipped with the knowledge and skills in the classrooms, today's conversation is about preparing your mind, your character, and your value for the journey ahead.
The first invited speaker, Professor B. Oshodi, spoke on the topic Generational Identity in Self-Identification, Millennial and Gen Z Generations. In his speech, he emphasized on the importance of self-identity and elucidated the characteristics of the Gen Zs. Professor Igbekoyi, in her address, employed students to avoid immature relationships and rather wait for the right time for dating. She emphasized on the severe dangers involved in teenage courtship and the benefits of being chaste. Professor Olaremu, in his address, encouraged all students to shun drug abuse and misuse. He decried the unending abuse of drugs among youths and charged all students to avoid being victims. The fourth speaker, Professor Francis Gbore, emphatically encouraged the 2026 set to handle peer pressure effectively and avoid being negatively influenced by their peers. Some of the attendees of the event spoke with our correspondent and lauded the school management for such a great initiative.
I really would like to appreciate the school for the opportunity they gave us to enjoy ourselves today. I enjoyed myself and I learned a lot of things. I learned not to take drugs. I learned to be humble. I learned to avoid peer pressure. I learned to stay on my lane and mind my business.
I learned a lot of things ranging from illicit drug, peer pressure, and peer influence, and things that I believe that will help us in the university.
Yeah, I really want to appreciate Greater Tomorrow International College for such a wonderful program held in respect of the students. A lot of learned and erudite people were invited, a lot of professors, and we really gained a lot. I gained massively.
I would really like to appreciate the school for creating this kind of arena for us in order to teach us and guide us through how we can cope with university life. A lot of professionals from different walks of life were invited just to nurture us.
I really want to appreciate the school for the wonderful opportunity they gave us. The Life After School program was a very, very knowledgeable one. They invited professors and erudites from different institutions to come and teach us and imbibe the things we should do and we should not do in the university. I really like to thank the school for the wonderful opportunity. There was plenty of merriment after the event. What a day and what an event. Join us next year for another super edition of the Life After School program. This is Lois Olaomi, reporting for Greater Media.
What has Greater Tomorrow taught you? Some of our SS3 students spoke with our correspondents on some life lessons that they will take away from the school.
Greater Tomorrow has taught me to be creative, self-reliant, and confident.
Greater Tomorrow has taught me that good things don't come easily and you have to work hard for it.
Greater Tomorrow has taught me to be bold, humble, and honest wherever I find myself.
Greater Tomorrow has taught me how to change abilities, expressions, and inspirations to achievements.
CSI has taught me how to be respectful, time conscious, and also taught me how to have good morals. Greater tomorrow has taught me how to be a leader, how to be responsible, and also manage my time.
Greater tomorrow has taught me how to be humble, obedient, and how to survive during hard times in life.
Tomorrow has taught me how to be bold, resilient, time conscious.
Greater tomorrow has taught me to be bold, calm, and still be able to stand my ground no matter the situation.
Greater tomorrow has taught me how to manage my time, how to be self-composed, self-reliant, and how to have a purpose.
Greater tomorrow has taught me how to improve on myself academically, morally, and emotionally, and how to survive in any environment I find myself.
Greater tomorrow has taught me how to be hardworking, diligent, and morally upright.
Greater tomorrow has taught me how to be morally upright, well-disciplined, with simple obedience, no mistake, no excuse.
Greater tomorrow has taught me how to be courageous. It has taught me how to be myself, to be true to myself. It has taught me to never let anyone define me. It has taught me how to persevere in the midst of the toughest situations or challenges, with a smile plastered on my face and with my vision leading the way.
Greater tomorrow has taught me how to comport myself, face challenges heads on, and unlock hidden talents I never knew were inside.
Greater Tomorrow International College has taught me how to keep moving even when there might be difficulties or challenges.
Greater Tomorrow has taught me never to give up in everything I do and to be myself at all times.
Greater Tomorrow has taught me that life isn't a bed of roses. The road will be tough and challenges will come your way, but all you have to do is just to remain focused and to remain determined and continue to chase your goals.
Life is made up of different phases, and every phase has both a beginning and an end. As our dear SS3 students step into a new season filled with greater opportunities, we celebrate their achievements, cherish the moments we've shared, and wish them success in all their future endeavors. We bid our dear SS3 students a heartfelt goodbye today, not with sadness, but with pride and hope, knowing that the best is yet to come. Congratulations, and may your future be bright and fulfilling.
One last bell, one last roll call, one last walk through familiar halls. Today is not an ending. It is a page turning itself, a chapter folding gently into another. A goodbye that sounds a little like, see you at the top. You came in carrying dreams bigger than your school bags, hearts full of questions, and minds waiting to be shaped. These classrooms watched you grow. The hallways learned your footsteps. The assembly ground heard your voices rise, from whispers to confidence. Every test, every assignment, every early morning, every late night prep was quietly building the person you are becoming. Today, you stand taller, not because the journey was easy, but because you refuse to stop walking. Though your uniforms may fade, may your values never fade with them. Though you leave this gate soon, may Greater Tomorrow International College forever live within you, not just as a school, but as the place where your purpose found its voice. So walk on, write your story across cities, across nations, across generations. And whenever the world speaks your name, may it also remember the foundation that shaped you. Remember the teachers who planted seeds of wisdom. Remember the parents who watered your dreams with sacrifice. Remember the friends who turned ordinary days into unforgettable memories. And remember this school, Greater Tomorrow International College, not simply as a place where you studied, but as the soil where your dreams first found roots. Farewell, class of 2026. Go beyond the ordinary, go beyond the expected, go beyond fear, for the future is not waiting to be discovered, it is waiting to be written by you. And wherever life takes you, never forget, you came from a place that believed in tomorrow. Go, 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 and become the greater tomorrow the world has been waiting for.
And that ends this week's Greater Media News. On behalf of the entire Greater Media crew,
I wish you all a wonderful week. I still remain Damilare Osalusi.
No press, no information.